That we're tracking this evening, the cookie is crumbling for Vijay Mallya one after the other. The former liquor baron, who's been playing hide and seek with investigating agencies, today resigned as a member of the Rajya Sabha ahead of his probable expulsion from the upper house. Mallya's resignation comes with its own share of drama. In his letter addressed to the Rajya Sabha chairman, Mallya hit out at his colleagues in the Rajya Sabha for the lynch mob mentality and accused the government of providing wrong information to the ethics panel.
Now, all this is happening at a time when investigative agencies are busy tightening the noose around Vijay Mallya. ET now learns that the Enforcement Directorate is looking to attach all his real estate and financial assets as it mounts pressure on Mallya to return to India for the probe. On the ED's radar are some 25 real estate properties and his 12% stake in United Breweries. In fact, not just that, even his 250-odd vintage car collection could be forfeited by the Enforcement Directorate. The final countdown in Mallya Gate is our top story right here on India Tonight.
You can run, you can hide, but you cannot escape the law. Definitely not when you've been a lawmaker yourself. And so, just a day before the Rajya Sabha Ethics Committee was going to make Mallya the 16th MP to be expelled from the Union Parliament, the poster boy of bad debt and defiance has thrown in the towel. He has resigned from the Rajya Sabha less than 2 months before his second stint as a Member of Parliament came to an end in late June. Mallya was virtually forced to resign after the Ethics Committee decided he had lost all moral authority to be a part of the prestigious house where people no less than Radhakrishnan, Jawaharlal Nehru, Govind Vallabh Pant had actually served. But even in his resignation, Mallya remained defiant. In a letter addressed to the chairman of the Ethics Committee, Karan Singh, Mallya asserts he is deeply anguished and disappointed, and he blames his parliamentary colleagues for being swayed by a blatantly false media frenzy and hysteria that, according to him, have been needlessly created. He even asserted in the letter that the ethics panel was fed with all sorts of wrong information and concluded by saying that he senses a lynch mob mentality about the treatment that was being meted out to him. Mallya has been a parliamentarian for 2 terms beginning in 2002, and while most members were not comfortable with his larger-than-life image or his flamboyant lifestyle or his unapologetic consumption of wealth, it is the default on about 9,000 crore rupee of bank loans and his conscious decision to flee India when the probe was on that has really put him on the wrong side of the law. And his defiance by not turning up to summons issued or notices that were given out has only made matters worse. So much so that his passport was suspended and then hastily revoked. So much so that a red corner notice is on its way. So much so that property could soon be seized. Clearly, the good times have gone from bad to worse, as Vijay Mallya resigned and escaped being the 16th member of the parliament to be expelled from the August House. Supriya Srinath, ET Now, New Delhi.
Defiant in resignation, that's Vijay Mallya. Let's take a closer look at that letter that he wrote to the Rajya Sabha chairman just today, resigning from the upper house. Clearly, he is defiant, saying that all allegations against him are blatantly false. But Supriya, in a sense, he's tried to preempt what the Rajya Sabha ethics panel would have clearly done, which is sacked him as a member. So he's tried to come across as if he's taken the high moral ground, but the reality is that he was forced to step down.
Oh, absolutely, and this was coming. The panel would have in any case taken that imminent call tomorrow, and Mallya, I think this is a saving grace of sorts. He did not want to be expelled and become the 16th member to be expelled from the August House, and which is why he resigned. I think he saw the writing on the wall. He's trying to play the victim card here by saying that recent events suggest that he will not get a fair trial or justice, like he's pointed out in this letter. He's blaming the media for unnecessary frenzy. He's even blaming the finance ministry actually and saying that he's shocked that the finance ministry provided factually wrong information to the ethics panel. So he is not just blaming the media, his own colleagues in the Rajya Sabha, but also the government per se. He saw the writing on the wall and he was going to be expelled in any case, and it's only fair that he resigned today. So some saving grace for Vijay Mallya. He's saved himself the expulsion. But of course, the next story on Mallya, and this one's an ET Now exclusive, is with Utkarsh Chaturvedi, who's really joining us right here on India Tonight. with a ground report of what he's picked up. An enforcement director is going to go for the kill. The investigative agency is likely to move court seeking to attach all his assets. Which are these assets that the ED is gunning for? And that's exactly the question that Utkarsh is answering. Utkarsh.
From shares to properties to cars, ED is going all out to get Vijay Mallya back into the country. Now, what we are picking up from our sources is that ED is looking to seize the shareholding of Vijay Mallya in UB Group, 25 real estate properties which they have targeted, and also the 250 vintage cars which Vijay Mallya owns at this point of time. Now, the sole purpose of all of this is to put pressure on Vijay Mallya to come back to India and face a questioning in front of the Enforcement Directorate. Now, remember that 3 summons has been sent by ED to Vijay Mallya. Non-bailable warrant is issued. His passport has been revoked, and Ministry of External Affairs has written to UK High Commission to deport him back to India. Now, with all of that, this move ED believes will push Vijay Mallya to come back to India. Of course, they have to go to the court and convince the court about the same. But if they manage to do so, every property of Vijay Mallya in the country will be attached, will be seized, and ED will go all guns blazing to get Vijay Mallya back home.
Thanks, Utkarsh, for bringing that big story on the next move by the Enforcement Directorate. Every move by the ED has been reported first right here on ET Now.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNow Live. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.